Meteorologist Kelley Moody here with a check of your first alert forecast. And Kelley, if I'm right, warm now and then we're going to get wet?
We're going to get wet and we're going to cool down significantly. Today we had a daytime high of 93 degrees in Riverside. For reference, your average temperature in Riverside for this time of year would be at 77 degrees. But by the time we make it to Friday, we'll actually be well below normal and make a 30-degree drop down to the 60s for daytime highs. And yes, with some precipitation as well. Some big changes coming our way. Right now we've got temperatures that are hanging out in the 50s and 60s, cooling down from another day in the 90s for many of us. As we look ahead, though, our focus is quickly shifting. As those temperatures will be sinking down to the 60s, it comes with changes in the atmosphere. We've been working with high pressure that's moving out. In its place, low pressure. That will make for some gray days ahead. Expect cloudy skies overhead for the next several days. Plus, those chances for rain. That starts as we look ahead toward Thursday. It keeps with us until Friday and then starts to taper around that point. I've got a lot of details to share with you about timing and impacts that we expect with this. So stay tuned. I'll have more of that coming up in the next few minutes. Robert.
We'll see you then, Kelley. Thank you. As we take a live look right now from our camera at the Port of LA on this Monday evening, meteorologist Kelley Moody here with a check of your first alert forecast. Here on a record-breaking day in November.
Yes, and we saw one yesterday, too. I mean, the heat has been on, but now we're getting ready to turn it off. We've got big changes coming our way. Those will involve certainly a bit of cloud cover as well as chances for precipitation and much cooler temperatures that we look forward to in the next couple of days. I think we've got a live look outside that we can show you there from Mount Wilson. Pretty clear skies right now. I'm hoping for the most part we get a bit clearer for the overnight hours because, boy, have we had plenty of fog to start things off for the last couple of days, but don't count on it. That marine layer is aggressive, and I expect we'll see more cloud cover as we head through the next couple of days and start this cooling trend. Now, with that, we will continue to see less and less sunshine as we prepare for these chances for precipitation that are set to start as we look ahead toward Thursday. So let's time some of this out so you feel prepared for what's ahead. We are going to continue to watch as we head toward our Thursday early evening. That's when we start to see the arrival of this precipitation. The heaviest rain happens as we head from Thursday evening into Thursday night and continue into early Friday morning. Now, during this time, again, we're expecting to see gusty winds that will be bringing in quite a bit of cool air, as well as the possibility for some snow at our higher elevations. Those snow levels dropping down around 6,000 feet at the coolest part of this storm system passing on through, which should be early Friday morning. There's also the possibility with this, especially as we look at that Thursday afternoon into evening, that we could be seeing the potential for some embedded thunderstorms. So a lot going on here. I expect some localized flooding, certainly one of the bigger concerns there. And as always, we keep an eye on our burn scars. But generally speaking, I don't think we're going to see more than an inch and a half or so in that overall precipitation. Those numbers could vary, though, depending on where you are. But we'll certainly see the cooler temperatures. Look at this cool down. We go from upper 80s on Tuesday for areas like San Bernardino all the way down to the low 60s as we look toward the passing of that cold front. Saturday down to 61 degrees, keeping the low 60s around as we look toward the start of next week. So definitely seeing that big swing in temperatures from what we experienced today in the 90s, tomorrow in the 80s, way down to those 60s in the days to come. Let's take a look at all of this together on your 7-day forecast. Again, some morning fog expected for us around the Los Angeles area, Orange County, and the coast. We'll continue to see some of that fog lingering into our Wednesday as well, with mostly cloudy skies. And then Thursday is when we expect the arrival of that storm system, bringing us more widespread precipitation, especially as we head from the afternoon into the evenings, and some of that lingering into our Friday as well. And you see that temperature transition from the 80s down to the 60s farther inland, 70s down to the lower end of the 60s at the coast. We see a similar setup as we look toward the valleys in the Inland Empire. Less of a chance for some of that morning fog for tomorrow, but we'll see it again as we look ahead toward Wednesday. Shower chances increasing. For Thursday, you'll have a later arrival time if you're in the Inland Empire. Don't expect that you'll be seeing that rain quite as quickly as those along the coast, or those at least a little bit closer to the coast. We continue with those chances for rain into your Friday. Some of that might be lingering as well a little bit longer for the Inland Empire, and then watch those temperatures drop down to the 60s they go. In the high desert, we will be seeing those chances for rain as as we head from Thursday into Friday, with temperatures dipping down into the 50s. Low desert, less of a chance that we'll see that widespread precipitation, but some of that could linger, and it's possible that could even linger into Friday, just given the way that this system is looking to move. So that's something we may be updating over the next couple of days, watching those temperatures dip down to the 70s there. And in the mountains, of course, everyone's big concern, because that's what our view is. We've got the 50s down to the upper 30s, a bit of a wintry mix expected. Some of that might stick for at least a minute because those overnight lows drop to the teens, but then we're back up into the 40s and the 50s for the remainder of the weekend. Mario, what do we have happening in sports?